Hey there, hello my friend, welcome to this new live stream. My name is Amner Hunter from amnerhunter.com. Happy to spend some time with you on this video. This time around we're gonna be checking out two cool new free VST plugin updates and also one new and great deal. Let's go through these plugins quickly. First, we're gonna be checking out this bundle by Analog Obsession that was recently updated. It's the F bundle with a couple of cool analog inspired plugins. And finally, very quickly, we're gonna be checking out the brand new plugin by Waves Audio that currently has a price of $29.99, probably for quite some time. This is the Clarity Vx DeReverb, right? It's a smaller version of the Clarity Vx DeReverb Pro. Alright, so I'm gonna leave you all of the applicable and downloadable links in the video description and first comment in case that you want to check these plugins out, and also I will leave you timestamps in case that you watch this video after the live stream ended. Before we begin, let me invite you quickly to my website amnerhunter.com, where I have some additional freebies for you, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players, also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this blog or this channel, which I am updating almost daily with tons of content like this. Alright, let me know if you are here in the chat. I'm gonna be happy to read your comments and answer some of your questions. Sound Healer says, hello my friend. Hello Sound Healer, thanks a lot my friend for being here. And let's begin quickly with this plugin demos and reviews, shall we? So let's first analyze the a couple of freebies by Analog Obsession that were recently updated. First, the Frank equalizer. This is an analog inspired EQ, alright, and on this update you can now resize the plugins like this, right? Pretty cool. If you make it bigger, you just put the mouse there and double click it and it goes back to default, right? Another update is that these couple of plugins are now available for Pro Tools users, AAX plugin format. Alright, so in case that you are a Pro Tools user, you can now use most of the Analog Obsessions catalog. Also, another important update is the DSP was improved on these plugins, so now they have a better CPU performance. Alright, I noticed that testing this couple of new updates. And let's analyze this plugin first with this EQ curve analyzer. Alright, so at the moment you turn on the plugin, it adds a bit of coloration, but very subtle. You see here some changes in the EQ curve at the moment I turn it on. Right, so you have here a high pass filter. Okay, and then you have a boost and attenuation control, pretty much like the Pultec EQ, right? So this will give you a very powerful and musical low end. So you boost with one knob and you attenuate with the other, creating this curve. Okay, and then you have a mid frequency control for boosting and cutting. Also, it's a wide curve, very musical, and also you have here a high shelf, okay, boost or cut, and a low pass filter or high cut like this. And input and output, you turn off and turn on the plugin also with this IO. And if you click in the Analog Obsession logo, you enable oversampling. That it's useful to avoid digital distortion and aliasing. distortion in higher frequencies, especially, right? Useful for mastering. I always mention this about Analog Obsession plugins. All of the plugins at this point, I think, have this feature. All right, so let's now analyze the other plugin that is on this list, the big brother of the Frank. This is the FrankCS, and let's enable it. This is a channel strip, right? It also has some analog vibes and coloration. So you have the EQ section at the top and the compression and saturation here at the bottom part of the plugin. So you have a high pass filter, then you have the low band, boost and cut, and here you can choose the frequencies that you are boosting or cutting, right? Could be from 20 hertz all the way up to 100, and pretty cool analog, also Pultec style type of EQ. The mid band, right? You can choose also the frequency all the way up to 12.5K. You double click on any parameter and it resets. Also, you have the high band here, and you can choose also the frequency, right? You have also a high cut or low pass filter, and you choose also the frequency of the high pass. Right, pretty cool. And down below, down here, you have the compression section, but first you have the solid state and tube preamp saturation, right? You enable it with this couple of controls, and then you have the usual controls of a compressor, like the attack, fast, medium, and slow. You see there the milliseconds, fast 5 and 30 milliseconds, which I don't think you don't need more settings and parameters than this, right? With these three amounts, you're gonna pretty much do everything. The same with the release, fast, medium, and slow. And the threshold control, you have a meter here for the gain reduction in decibels, ratio from 1.5 to infinity. And then the mix, pretty cool that you have a mix also. 0% is unprocessed signal and 100% processed signal, and finally the general output volume. All right, so let's now test this plugin out here on the drums first. Let's start with the Frank plugin, right? The EQ. Okay, high shelf. Pretty cool highs. And let's attenuate some of the lower mids, but then put back on the low end. Before. And with some subtle parameters here and values, you're gonna hear a more powerful low end due to this very musical EQ curve. Before. Right, I am not being too extreme with them. All right, and now let's check out the FrankCS. Let's use some compression here. Let's enable some preamp saturation. I like to use slow attack time, fast release time, ratio of 4:1. It's okay for me, and the threshold to reduce. You hear a bit of saturation, especially in the kick drum, right? Before it's cleaner. If the drums were already punchy, now they are a bit more. Alright, let's also test this couple of plugins here on the bass guitar, that it's very, very dynamic. It's very out of control, right? Some notes are jumping all over the place, and that's not good for the bass. So no other processing on the bass, right? Only this couple of plugins. So let's enable it here. Nice high end. All right, let's reduce some mids. Attenuating and boosting. I think a bit cleaner and brighter also, and with more power in the low end, but just a bit. Now let's crush it with this channel strip, right? Let's use the fastest attack time, also fastest release time, and let's add some saturation. Why not? A higher ratio, 6:1, and let's crush it with the threshold. (12 decibels of gain reduction or more). Now let's compensate. Before. Awesome. Super controlled. Let's listen to it in a full mix. Gonna disable the vocals for now. Without compression. The bass guitar gets fuller every time, right? Not only in some parts, because it was very dynamic, very inconsistent, and now we have a fuller bass sound due to its consistency and to this heavy compression. I think it stands out in the mix in a better way. Alright, so finally let's check out this couple of plugins here on these vocals that are also super dynamic and very inconsistent. If you are a subscriber of this channel for some time, you're gonna know this song already, by my good friend Bobby Torres from FrankCS Recording. So let's use first the Frank Jr., you could call it.
I would never, wow.
Let's remove some low end.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life.
Add some brightness.
I would never, wow.
Oops, it was off. Sorry.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life.
Yeah.
Is the reassurance.
Thinner vocals, right? To fit better in the mix.
I would never,
A
wow,
bit of
to
brightness.
complicate your life. Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright. Never been so sure.
I'd like to remove a bit of low mids with this.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life. Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright.
Cleaner, less boxy.
I would never, wow, to complicate
Four.
your life. Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright.
Pretty cool. Alright, and let's quickly add some compression also to fix this inconsistency in the vocals. So let's turn on some saturation, a fast attack time as well, medium release time, ratio of 4:1. Let's check it out.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life.
Yeah.
Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright. Never been so sure.
Now let's compensate.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life. Is the reassurance.
We can remove some highs if we need it with this.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life. Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright. Never been so sure. I would never, wow, to complicate your life. Is the reassurance of why
Now we can sit this vocal in the mix with the output.
I would never, wow, to complicate your life. Is the reassurance of why we'll be alright. Never been so sure.
Listen here how it was without compression.
We'll be alright. Never been so sure.
Right? Some words are lost there, and phrases with compression.
Why we'll be alright. Never been so sure.
We could do some more.
Why we'll be alright. Never been so sure. Never been so sure.
Some plosives could be removed with a high pass filter.
Never been so.
Those P's.
Never been so sure. Never been so sure. Never been so sure.
Alright, pretty cool plugins by Analog Obsession. And now let's check out the new plugin by Vx Audio. I know that there was a disaster right around Waves plugins recently, but they backed off from the decision, and now you can get the plugins normally with a subscription or without the subscription. So I think nonetheless Waves Audio creates some great plugins, and I have used them through the years. But let's check out this new one that I think it's pretty cool. This is the Clarity Vx DeReverb, right? That uses neural networks and to remove any room sound of vocals, but I'm gonna test it also on a guitar with a lot of reverb to test it if it works, right? It was built more towards singing, vocals, and speech, but I think it could work in other sources as well. And so you choose here the different profiles that this plugin will act on: dialogue 1, dialogue 2, and singing, right? So it's very important that you choose here. I found that when you use it on singing, it's a bit more aggressive, the reverb, right? It's more intense, the effect of removing reverb. And also you choose the analysis width, or the source of the audio: single, stereo, double mono, double stereo, or single mono. And you have a presence control in case that you want to restore some presence, right? 100% or 0%. And pretty cool with Waves plugins. I didn't know that till recently. With Alt on Windows and right click, it resets to default, right? This is the main control to add the reverb remover effect, all right? And you have here a frequency spectrum, yeah. So let's check it out here on this vocal that has some reverb.
They're both quite a lovely sight. Whoa.
Right, pretty noticeable. Let's test it here with singing.
They're both quite a lovely sight. Warm you up on cold.
I always forget to turn on the plugins.
They're both quite a lovely sight. Warm you up on coldest nights. One is heaven in a glass. The other gives you certain class.
I found this plugin to add very minimal to zero artifacts when doing this. Some other plugins that do this, you start to hear better some minor artifacts that might interfere or might distract you, but this plugin is pretty clean. For this, maybe in other instruments it's not gonna be as clean as with vocals, but it will be very, very clean.
They're both quite a lovely sight. Warm you up on coldest nights. One is heaven
100%.
in a glass. The other gives you certain class.
Super dry, right?
They're both
And
quite
presence.
a lovely sight. Warm you up on coldest nights. One is heaven in a glass.
All right, pretty cool on those vocals. Let's check it out also on this guitar track that I have. Right, pretty noticeable also the reverb. Let's use it with singing. It's probably less clean than with vocals, but we could use also the dialogue 1 to be less extreme. It's drier, right? Okay, and finally, let's check it out on this other vocal track that it's overcompressed. And if you know, when you overcompressed a vocal track that was recorded on not so very good environment, treated room and stuff, where you hear echoes and stuff, with the overcompression, a lot of that background sound of the room comes to the front, right? So with this plugin, you can remove some of that as well. I'm gonna choose here singing, and let's test it.
Yo sé que no puedo actuar como hace tiempo y que ahora debo cargar con mil y un cuentos.
Right, all of that room sound.
Yo sé que no puedo actuar como hace tiempo y que ahora debo cargar con mil y un cuentos. Que estos no son como los de mi madre. Estos no dejan dormir. Aquí. Yo sé que no puedo actuar como hace tiempo y que ahora debo cargar con mil y un cuentos. Que estos no son como los de mi madre. Estos no dejan dormir.
Right, immediately very dry, or more dry, the signal, right, with the DeReverb. So pretty cool. I think Vx Audio did a good job with this plugin. It's pretty clean. It doesn't introduces artifacts. So yeah, there you go. $29 for this. I thought it was a good deal. So let me know down. Let me know your comments, your opinions about this plugins. Eduardo Nita, hello. Hola Eduardo, hello my friend. Hola amigo, el Nita. Saludos bro. Espero verte pronto. Mark Lee, hello my friend. Hello Mark. How are you today, my friend? Thanks for being here as well. Sound Healer says, is this a singer from Alien Ant Farm? No, it is not the singer from Alien Ant Farm. Both of those vocals that you heard are some friends of mine, clients of mine here at the studio. And one from Tucson, Arizona, and another one from here nearby, the city where I live in Mexico. Jeremiah Peterson says, hello Amner and everyone else. Thanks a lot, Jeremiah, for being here as well, and thank you for checking out this video, last video of the month. Right, so before we go, let me invite you one last time to my website, amnerhunter.com, where you can get some additional freebies, such as some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players, also some free tools such as some collections of guitar impulses, some collections of drum sample packs, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out this blog or this channel, which I am updating almost daily with tons of content like this. All right, thanks a lot for watching again. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. I will see you soon in the next one. All right, bye bye.